What's up, everybody? It's I, the Alpha Otaku, and this is a review I wrote a while ago, back when I had an official website, but that got closed down because I'm a poor bastard. Now, this is a Watamote review, so yeah. This is also when I tried to be more of an angry reviewer and more retarded. I don't know how to put it, but you'll see when we actually get into this video. Alright. Let's go. Watamote review. Imagine a world in which when you get to high school, your life begins to open up. You get a bunch of friends, grow some massive tits, and possibly get molested on a train. You might even meet an alien or an android. You might even get over some of your social awkwardness. That is the world that the main character of the train wreck of an anime known as Watamote believes in. Tomoko Kuriki is your typical angsty piece of shit that you would find roaming the halls of your local Japanese high school. She plays ungodly amounts of video games, watches anime, and looks like she coded herself in Casper the Friendly Ghost spunk more often than not. She had just left middle school and had been looking forward to being a freshman at her new school for ages now. She'd even been preparing for making friends and going on adventures. Even your typical ones that you would see in, say, slice of life fiction. However, all this information comes from the most typical of romance, anime, and manga, as well as video games, and that even the most perverse of hentai characters would find uncomfortable to play in private. However, even from all these simulations, there is still one stumbling block that is shown to be larger than King Kong's right bollock. She hasn't talked to anyone, her family not included, since middle school, so whenever she tries to talk to someone, it looks like her mouth is about to seal itself shut to escape embarrassment. The entire show is based off of her being a socially awkward character with the personality of paste. Scene after scene is her trying to fit in by tackling anime cliches, and scene after scene she fucks up worse than whoever decided that a good concept for an anime was to make Twilight, except they're school the whole time. However, it does lead to an interesting thing that is seldom explored in anime, and that is self-referential humor. While in the video game industry nowadays, you can't walk 2 feet without finding a game that references either itself constantly or the game industry in general, in anime, at least from my experience, it is much less common. To be honest, I think that is one of the few good things I have to say about this slice of life. It handles metafiction and bringing up anime and things of that nature without seeming self-referential or breaking the fourth wall. Honestly, I'd recommend watching the show to anyone thinking about making a manga solely to learn that concept. The only other good thing I have to say about it is that it has good sound direction. Then again, what anime doesn't nowadays. The intro song has a post-hardcore sound to it, and between the dark visuals and musical tone, it really does set the mood for this show. Within the actual show, it also fits while switching between high-octane metal chords of manliness and the little whimper that you might hear coming from my basement that you really shouldn't investigate. Overall, that's good. Now, back to the shitstorm. Unless you've found a way to live with a brain made completely of lard, you've probably figured out that Watamote is a comedy of sorts. I say of sorts because it didn't make me laugh. Okay, it made me laugh once, but it was a brief chuckle after seeing a brief scene where 2 cats are fucking each other outside. That may as well have been a fart joke, though. You see, comedy like that doesn't even count as comedy. Kind of like how jump scares really don't count as horror. It's basically someone saying, hey, let's surprise someone with a thing. We're so random and original, fuck you if you do that. It's people like you that bring us train wrecks of comedy and horror like Dead Space 3 and Watamote, respectively. Other than that scene, all of the comedy is based around awkward situations. I wonder if anyone will ever learn that awkward situations don't automatically make comedy. Typically, it's the opposite. It becomes cringy. For the most part, like I said, it becomes cringy because for the most part, I was cringing through most of the show, wanting it to end as fast as possible. It's a show about the suffering of the main character, but doesn't have the balls to add some decent jokes. Or a torture scene to make it halfway decent, if you know what I'm saying, get them nipple clamps in here. I must admit, I lost all hope around the 7th episode, but then again, something happened during the cultural festival. It was at the very end, and a girl that I can only assume was a 4th year donned a pink bear costume and hugged our socially inept protagonist. I thought this would be a turning point for her, perhaps some wrapping up on the last episode. And then she would be off to enjoy the rest of her high school year. It wasn't. On the last episode, there are a few scenes that make almost no sense, and then Tomoko decides that she wants to be like that pink pedo bear. Upon finding her, there's a tasteless panty shot, Tomoko runs away, and then nothing. We're back in the room, and the narrator says that none of it really mattered. It doesn't matter, and it always pisses me off to see a non-episodic anime or show in general end the same way it fucking started. There's no growth in character except for her throat stops wanting to completely tunnel through to escape speaking with people. Sometimes. I can't recommend Watamote, and honestly it is quite bad. There are shows that handle awkward comedy better, such as Comfer, and shows that handle slice of life better, such as, well, most other slice of life shows. Slice of life or slice of shit, I'll have to go with slice of shit.